this quasi-semi-regularly stand-up. My name is James. On the call today, we've got Tony, Steve, Rob, and Dave, all contributors and or organizers of the application and the open source project built on ASP.NET Core, which is coding for the greater good, and we're in the middle of a strong push with some help with our friends at the American Red Cross. And I'm going to start by passing it over to Tony just to give us a little bit of an update about how things are going with the current campaign and what's needed next from the project.
Yep, so I'll try to do this as quickly as possible. We've had a lot of pull requests, a lot of issues closed, and a lot of contributions in the last few weeks, so a big thank you to a number of folks, Steve, Mike, Rob, a whole bunch of folks. We've got our issues up there in the milestone. We've got a single milestone upcoming, and so you can go there and see the P1 priority 1 through P3 priority 3 in that order of what's open and what's left. Generally speaking, there's 3 areas we're focused in on right now. One is getting the requests and getting them into the system from Get a Smoke Alarm. The second one is managing the whole organizing, itineraries, volunteers, requests, and coordinating all of that. That second one I think we're pretty close on. We're going to do a bit of a gap analysis this weekend and see if there's any other issues and such there, but I think we're covering most of it. And then the third one is, I'll put a broad and a specific one there. The third one is overall UX and functionality, just in terms of how it looks and feels for an end user. We can definitely use a lot of work there. And specifically, one of the key areas for the UX is making sure that when we're looking at requests, assigning them to volunteers and all that kind of stuff, we can visualize them on a map. That'll help understand kind of what's close, not giving somebody, 2 requests to work on that are opposite sides of town, as well as there's ordering of requests so you can look at it, and someday we'll have a super smart computer that does this for them, but for right now, they can sort of lay them out and say, do 1, then 3, then 4, then 2, then 7, and those are going to be the best order in terms of travel and such. So we're really close. We've got a handful of those issues to focus on. And we've got installs that'll be going on live in early July with this, so we're really close to getting it in the hands of folks and having it used for actual smoke detector installs.
Right on. So just to clarify now, one of the milestones in there, the name of it is June Go Live Public Release UAT Issues to Fix. That's the one that we want people to focus on right now?
Yes, I thought I was on mute. Yes. That's the one. It's got a nice, short, easy name to remember like that. But yes, that's the one we want people to focus on.
It says Go Live. That's the one we care about.
Yes, it's the one with a date. That makes it nice and easy. There is other things if somebody doesn't want to work on one of those issues but still wants to contribute. There's some stuff in the technical feature backlog and other items, but if you want to focus on what's priority, what's going to get in the hands of the users, go look at the milestone with the date.
And as always, if you're new to the project, you can we've got a jump-in tag that you're able to just go and have a first look and add a short unit test or fix some spelling mistakes, whatever the case may be. They're just short ones just to get you familiar with the flow and the process. And as always, we have links in the video, in the notes, to get you plugged into the repo, find the issues, and also a couple of getting started guides. So make sure you check those out if you're a first-timer with us. Okay, excellent. We'll just go around the table really quickly here, and Steve, I guess I'll start with you.
Yeah, so I think we've got the majority now of the request management sort of version 1 in. I'm just working and finishing off some filtering, so I spoke with Jim on Thursday, and he suggested that until we get the mapping working, it would be just useful if we could search by the zip code in that list of potential requests, and then you can select off the ones that you want, because that's going to allow you to kind of group them together in sensible closely located requests.
At least reasonably within the neighborhood of where you're just deploying someone, right?
And then, yeah, I think that's the main piece that I need to try and get done, I think, sort of towards this milestone, really.
Excellent. Thanks again. Huge pull requests from Steve these last couple of weeks, so that's been awesome. Thanks so much. And Rob, you've been knocking out code too.
I have. I've been working on quite a few things, mostly focusing on speaking, which I realize is less effective for this project. But I'm going to start to dig into the map. I'll probably need a little bit of help getting caught up on what changed between when I looked last and when I looked today. So, point me to the page where the map should show up, and then I'll put the map in place. That'll be a lot of fun.
Excellent. Maybe we can debrief after the stand-up really quickly if we can grab 2 more minutes of Tony's time, and we'll figure out where that's supposed to go. Okay, Dave, I saw you in there doing some pull requests this week, the last couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to spend on already, but been doing my best trying to just keep up to the changes that are happening and jumping in when there's something urgent, I guess, that needs to be looked at. I see there's some plans to make some changes to UX, so I'm hoping I can find some time to at least review and maybe provide some input on that side.
Yeah, and you jumped in when the all-important volunteer button didn't do anything. So
That's right.
It's kind of on a site that organizes volunteers.
Volunteer crash.
Yeah, volunteering is kind of important, so that's awesome.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. On my side, we had some family stuff going on, which kind of took me away from the project last couple of weeks, and my wife and I actually were away on a 1 week celebrating our 16th wedding anniversary. Had a lovely time together. However, I'm engaged, plugged back in. I was doing some pull request reviews this morning. I'm the blocker on the request intake piece. I'm working on that this morning here. Made some pretty good progress with the token API authorization pieces. Right now, we're not going to do self-servicing tokens. If that's okay, what we're going to do, Tony, instead is an administrator will go in and create an API key and secret, and we will just give that to the people directly, and then that way we can look at growth down the road about how people might be able to self-service. But for the time being, it's going to be a matter of we're going to go in and put someone into a particular role, and then we're going to generate a key and a secret for them, and we're going to give that to them, and that will be done from the administrative front end, and the API consumer will actually not be generating the token on their own for the time being.
Which makes perfect sense. We've got a single publisher to us right now. So that's
exactly
something we can manage.
Okay, so that's my current focus, and I am hoping to have all of that wrapped up with PRs in by the end of the day tomorrow. So yeah, woo woo. And then we do have some data that we're going to need to ingest as well. So we'll have to talk with the Red Cross this week and figure out how we pull that data in, just so we can prime it. Even if they just give us a script or a dump of the data, and we can write a one-time script or something that just throws it at the API one by each, then we can make that work or something like that. So, or if we can pull it into a local DB, and I mean, there's lots of ways we can do it. We could even write a text file importer where, from an administrative point, we just pull in a text file, parse it line by line, and spit the info back out into the onto Mediator and let the message sort itself out.
Yeah, I think their current admin portal for the Get a Smoke Alarm allows like a CSV export. So yeah, there's definitely one way or another to do it. And just a quick point, Rob, you talked about which page the map should go on. Steve's been working on the page where you coordinate putting requests in an itinerary, matching them up to team members. So Steve should be able to point you to the right page where basically we want to map the request that they're looking at.
Yes, I think where you want to look, Rob, is we've got the itinerary controller in the admin area. There's a an itinerary details page, which is where you're managing the itinerary. And once you're in there, you can hit a button to select requests. And I suspect it's probably on that select request page that we'd like to be able to see, at least on the map, where they're located at the starting point.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Perfect. Okay, well, I know at least a few of us will be around on Slack today. Does anybody have any blockers right now for any tasks that they're working on? No? Excellent. Okay, no questions from the community, so I think we can wrap up promptly and everybody can get a few minutes of their day back. Thanks, everyone, for reconnecting today, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks very much.